And now, just before lunch, which is hosted actually by the Bermuda Shipping and Maritime Authority, we have with us Mr. Francis Richardson, who is going to take us through Bermuda and why we should all be doing business in and through Bermuda. So please come and join us. And you have the countdown clock here, so you can time this up.
Good afternoon. It's my pleasure to be here in Athens for the first time and to be invited to speak at the Greek Shipping Forum and to provide a brief presentation on the Bermuda Shipping Maritime Authority and Bermuda. My name is Francis Richardson, and I'm joined here in Athens with my colleague, Mr. Kevin Richards of the Bermuda Business Development Agency. I'm currently employed as a permanent secretary within the Bermuda government. However, I am a marine engineer by profession, having previously spent over 25 years in the maritime industry, but more importantly, I am the incoming Chief Executive Officer of the Bermuda Shipping and Maritime Authority. I'm very thrilled and excited to be coming back to an area that I'm passionate about, and I look forward to joining the team and working collectively to grow the Bermuda Shipping Registry and to fulfill the objectives of the group. Indeed, this is truly exciting times for the maritime sector and stakeholders within Bermuda following the launch in October 2016 of the Bermuda Shipping Maritime Authority and its new business model. Previously, the shipping registry was administered by a government department, but the new authority has a public-private structure which provides the agility and independence to ensure it can meet and respond to the demands and needs of the ship owners, ship operators, and all of our clients. The authority recently moved to new offices in the capital, Hamilton, and is on the cusp of implementing its strategic plan for new services and growth. I think most of us would accept that we've moved into a new global economy that provides many challenges for companies and businesses, and the shipping sector must adjust and adapt to meet these new demands, and there are many. For example, compliance directives from the Organization of Economic Cooperative Development, the OECD, and the Financial Action Task Force, FATF, have changed the way international businesses operate. The EU blacklists, names and shames non-compliant countries, which negatively impact the bottom line of companies headquartered and structured in formerly attractive jurisdictions. Regulations such as common reporting standards and base erosion profit sharing force companies to report global profits and have caused forward-thinking companies to assess where their business is based. Jurisdictions that place anti-money laundering and know your customer regimes at the cornerstone of how they do business will flourish in this new global economy. That's why many jurisdictions are scrambling to implement new standards. It is within this context that Bermuda sets the standard, as Bermuda is globally respected for its leadership and proven record on compliance and transparency. Bermuda has more than 100 treaty partnerships with nations around the world. We have 41 bilateral tax information exchange agreements, better known as TIAs, and 112 co-signatories under multilateral conventions on mutual administration assistance in tax matters. And Bermuda is a compliance leader recognized by the OECD, FATF, and G20 countries. Other notable achievements include Bermuda is compliant with US and UK anti-money laundering and anti-terrorist financing requirements and has no bank secrecy laws. Bermuda's tax laws and treaty commitments avoid double taxation of corporations and facilitate taxation of income accruing to the beneficial owners outside of Bermuda. Bermuda has adopted OECD standards for base erosion, profit sharing, compliance, signing the Declaration of Multilateral Competence Authority Agreements for automatic exchange of financial account information via the Common Reporting Standards and country-by-country reporting. In 2016, the European Union awarded Bermuda full equivalence with Europe's Solvency II insurance regulatory regime. Bermuda was the first overseas territory to be awarded whitelist status by France in September 2017 for country-by-country reporting. And since the late 1940s, Bermuda has had a central register of beneficial ownership that long predates those in most developed countries. And the list goes on. And to put it simply, Bermuda is different than most international financial centers and is globally respected for its leadership, proven record on compliance and transparency. Bermuda also is the second largest reinsurance hub after London. Our jurisdiction is the single most important property and catastrophe market. We are the largest captive insurance market and the largest depository of insurance-linked securities. 22 billion, or 76% of global capacity, was held by Bermuda during the second quarter of 2017. 13 of the world's top 40 reinsurers hold licenses on island, employing more than 40,000 people around the world. A bit about Bermuda's ship registry. Similarly to our reputation as a blue-chip financial center, Bermuda's shipping registry has a renowned and respected reputation. Bermuda has been operating a shipping registry since 1789. That's 229 years in the business. During the early years, Bermuda played a strategic role in the safety and security of British ships transiting the Atlantic Oceans, and the registry has evolved, expanding its roles and services to ships covering all of the oceans of the globe. The Bermuda Shipping Registry is a Category 1 member of the Red Ensign Group of registries, and the registry takes great pride in the high standards of its ships and the world-class service it provides to its clients. As a Red Ensign Group Category 1 ship register, Bermuda can register ships of any type, size, or age. And the new authority model is a continuum of the government's initiative to transform the shipping registry, with the first step being the establishment of the London Satellite Office in May 2014 to provide efficient and cost-effective ship survey, certification, and registration services to ship owners and operators in a timely manner. And there are currently plans for further expansion of global offices as part of our growth strategy. What else is happening in Bermuda? For those of you who have an interest or follow sailing, you will be aware that Bermuda hosted the America's Cup. That is the prestigious sailing event in June of last year. Bermuda received extraordinary visibility on the world stage as the Cup was broadcasted to 162 countries with millions of people watching. Over 100,000 people visited the America's Cup Village over 22 days, and Bermuda hosted over 460 visiting vessels, with 80 of them being super yachts. We received extremely positive feedback from the owners and captains of these vessels, some who had never been to Bermuda before. As a result of this success, we are currently developing a long-term super yacht policy and legislative framework, and we hope to have the legislation completed by June of this year. Another positive feature of the America's Cup 35 has been the development of new marinas and marine services in the Hamilton waterfront and the western end of the island. We are very proud, and it's very impressive that Bermuda was chosen to host the greatest race on water, with the finest sailors in the world racing the fastest boats ever to race in the America's Cup. In front of thousands of fans in Bermuda and millions more worldwide on TV and online, Bermuda delivered a first-class event that has benefited Bermuda and will into the future. So why Bermuda? Simply put, because Bermuda offers a one-stop shop solution for today's business needs. Bermuda is a 21 square mile, self-governing British overseas territory with a stable Westminster-style parliamentary democracy and a 400-year-old legal system with recourse to the UK Judicial Committee of the Privy Council. Bermuda has one of the highest standards of living in the world and has an excellent education system and access to top-tier healthcare. Bermuda's 2015 GDP per capita was $96,000, and it is a low-tax jurisdiction with zero income, corporate withholding, or capital gains tax. However, Bermuda does not qualify as a tax haven. Under the OECD's definition, which identifies 4 factors that must all be met to qualify jurisdictions as tax havens, and they are lack of transparency, lack of information exchange, no substantial activity, and no nominal or income tax. In a 2009 report by the OECD, it found that no nominal tax is not sufficient in itself to classify a country as a tax haven. Bermuda has multi-industry strength and is already a hub for shipping and aviation registries, ship finance, ship management, P&I clubs, reinsurance, captive insurance, insurance-linked securities, life and annuity insurance, international arbitration, asset management, technology and life sciences, trusts, private client vehicles, family office, and other high net worth services. Bermuda is the home of world-class talent, including the Big Four accounting firms, auditors, financial advisors, lawyers, IT specialists, fund administrators, and corporate secretaries, all located in the capital of Hamilton. As far as location, we have very good connections to the U.S. coast with direct flights to Atlanta, which takes 3 hours, Boston, 2 hours, Miami, 3 hours, New York, 2 hours, Toronto takes 3 hours, and to London, we have direct flight that takes 6.5 hours. We operate in the Atlantic Standard Time Zone, which is a convenient way to conduct business globally. Residents and business enjoy fiber and long-term evolution, which is referred to as LTV connectivity, with 5 undersea fiber optic cables, highly developed telecoms infrastructure, and nearly 100% internet penetration on island. Bermuda has been ranked as a top digital jurisdiction and is an extremely convenient place to do business. So why transition to Bermuda and the Bermuda Ship and Maritime Authority? Because Bermuda's financial strength provides a one-stop shop for shipping companies looking for legitimate international financial centers with the highest standards of transparency and compliance. Global shipping companies must restructure their business and rethink their global strategies to meet these demands. Registration of vessels and location of key personnel, mind and management should be positioned where companies are headquartered to demonstrate a nexus of legitimacy and an authentic presence in a jurisdiction. And in this regard, Bermuda checks all of the boxes. So in conclusion, when you're thinking of your shipping or business needs, I invite you and encourage you to consider Bermuda. The Bermuda Shipping and Maritime Authority and Bermuda Business Development Agency work collaboratively to offer a smooth transition for corporate domiciliation and vessel registration. Our concierge service provides a one-stop shop for business considering relocating or starting up businesses in Bermuda. The BDA concierge team is the primary point of contact to connect clients with industry professionals, government and regulatory officials, and service providers such as realtors, law firms, auditors, and relocation experts. Our goal is to help to get your business off the ground quickly and make doing business in Bermuda beneficial and straightforward. thank you for your attention, and I invite anyone to speak with me and my colleague Kevin Richards from the Bermuda Business Development Authority afterwards if you have any questions. Thank you.
Francis, thank you very much for a very nice, concise, and pleasant presentation.